When Miyata fought whoever that guy is, aka another no-name OPBF challenger, Imai and Ippo watched that fight together. Even the randoms kept saying that Miyata was exhausted and that he had no strength in his punches. Ippo was also worrying about his lover. Usually he sways out of reach and parries any punches, but his counters have no cut to them. Since the middle of the match something has been off. His speed has dropped and his strength has gone too. Ippo is on the brink on cheating on Miyata, but then Imai steps in. He says it's hard to watch. Ippo almost smacks Imai's head off clean when he dares to speak the truth about Miyata-kun. Imai says Miyata doesn't deserve to be a pro. God damn, my man woke up and chose violence. His eyebrows are even a little bushier than usual. They scale with the amount of testosterone. Ippo says, eh? As if Imai spoke Spanish. I'll get Ricardo Martinez to translate that for you, bro. Miyata is ass. Imai asks him if he doesn't think so. Ippo starts stuttering. No, don't. He's still trying. This isn't a matter of trying hard. Damn, Imai, chill. You're about to kill the dude. He says that although this is a professional title match, no one is cheering. No one is excited. The atmosphere is dead. Does a pro disappoint his paying fans? A pro's only job is to deliver what the fans come to see. I swear Imai is the guy we need. Bro spitting almost the same cold lines Takamura always does. Ippo almost gets a heart attack and starts shouting, Miyata-kun is the same way, but right now he can't do that, and there's a reason why he can't. I forgot to mention that Ippo retired because of another reason. He's now Miyata's lawyer and personal glazer. He's even sweating while defending him. Imai says that it's all the more reason why he doesn't deserve to be a pro. Let's take Takamura for example. He's never given that kind of excuse. Well, it's not like he is in the weight class by mistake. He made the decision himself. I said it before. Nobody forced the guy to starve himself down. There's no room for even a single word of complaint. And then Ippo goes into super glazing mode. The donuts need sugar. Let's go, Ippo. Miyata-kun never complains. He suffers in silence and moves on. Look, look, look! Even now he's still fighting back. He points toward the ring in a full hysteric panic. Miyata throws a jab, and Ippo praises him for it. But to Imai, that jab looks like a sigh. Imai was Miyata's sparring partner before. Usually his left is terrifying. It cuts through everything like lightning. But this isn't because of his weight control. He should be used to it by now. This is because of something else. His drive is lacking. Ippo goes on a big rant about why Miyata is perfect. And then Imai says it's obvious. No matter where you look, Makunouchi Ippo is now gone from the ring. As Imai says this, Miyata goes down and says, this is so boring. He falls down and thinks about talking to Ippo and how he wants to fight him. And if you thought Ippo was a little weird, watch how Miyata outshines him. He says our paths can't cross. What am I supposed to do now? What? What is happening? It's like Miyata is in a deep depression because his ex left him and took the dog. Sendo is the only mature voice of reasoning here. He told Miyata already to forget about Ippo and go move on. He did the same. And let's be real here, it's the only correct choice. And like a grown-ass 27-year-old man, Miyata says, shut up, Sendo! While he has his internal tantrum, he gets drilled into the ropes. He says, you know what it's like. He means all of Ippo's last opponents. They know his punches. He kept going because he wanted to fight Ippo in the ring. And now the peak of their romance. I'm the only one who doesn't know what pro boxer Makunouchi Ippo is like. Pause. What you mean, man? Like you wanna feel him or what? Why do I say that? Because I'm also freaky? No. If you look at this panel, you'll see what I mean. As Miyata thinks about Ippo's strong and sexy punch, we see a depiction that is honestly baffling. It looks like a ball that moves closer to Miyata's stomach and tries to penetrate him, possibly impregnate him. Possible Hajime no baby soon. I am speechless, not because Miyata is a super freak, but because Imai is absolutely right. Why would you lose your fire over one dude? Miyata makes his whole career dependent upon another boxer. This is not healthy at all. You can't function without him as your light? That's the softest shit I've ever seen in my life. I think we'll see Kimura as a Japanese champion before Ichiro-chan makes even a single move upwards in the series. And eventually Miyata ends up winning by points. Imai says how it is. Fighting that version of him makes no sense. Ippo can't believe his ears. Imai fighting Miyata-chan? I smell a little jealousy. But Imai is all about business. He came here to do research. None of that buddy-buddy garbage. He asks if Ippo just came to cheer. Ippo states that he did, but also to do recon. Huh? Recon? Does that mean he'll come out of retirement? And then he says the most boring thing ever. He's looking for possible opponents of his gym. He also wants to do scouting. This inevitably leads to Ippo talking about that new talent he found at the riverbank. Imai asks if that new guy is an infighter or an outboxer. As Ippo just says the letter F, Imai almost starts tweaking. But Ippo says fantasy like a goddamn nerd. What kind of bullshit scout is you, bro? Imai almost starts a brawl because of that goofy statement. And he's right about his sentiments. Listen. He punches the railing and says Ippo is too relaxed about all of this. The lightning god has drained his batteries but still clings to featherweight. And then Ippo talks all of that fantasy bullshit, which makes all of it even more disgusting. Who knows how many men have lost their goats because of him, Ippo included. He should be standing in there at the top. Ippo actually fell down from all that aura Imai was emitting. So far it's Imai 1-0 if you ask me. Ippo thinks about another statement of similar nature, namely Sendo. He said it as well. It's all Ippo's fault. He messed up everyone's plans. Miyata thinks about how long he's supposed to do this, and Ippo straight up thinks they'll never cross paths again. And why the hell does Miyata have to walk home after a damn title fight? Who are you, bro? Have some respect for yourself. A champ should never have to walk anywhere. He almost collapsed and split his head open. But honestly, is this fight even hyped anymore? Right now I'm kind of feeling some type of way for Imai versus Miyata if you ask me. I think Imai is becoming very dangerous, especially because of his cold mindset. He's a complete demon and doesn't care about anything but rising up. 100% we will see Imai versus Ichiro-chan. There's no way Imai won't send him a challenge. Who wins that fight? Imai or Ippo when he sees Ichiro-chan without a shirt?